Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the last week of Psychology of Play. This section's quest really provided me with the opportunity to push myself and to see some more personal growth. Um, so I went ahead and decided to actually do three quests this week because I saw a perfect opportunity to blend quest number four, the Mindful Scavenger Hunt, with quest number one, the Digital Detox, as kind of an accessory achievement quest, like, completed quest without using digital sorcery kind of thing. Um, I thought that these quests would really amplify each other's lessons and that they blended really well. To me, they almost seemed like they were more effective together than they were separately. Uh, and as I completed my quests, I believe that I proved my hypothesis correct on that matter. To really be mindful for the scavenger hunt and to make meaningful observations, you really shouldn't allow yourself to become too lost in your phone or in your music. Because if you do, you'll end up on autopilot, and then you won't really be mindful of your surroundings. You won't be very observant. Doing the digital detox bonus achievement will allow you to really unplug and start really processing the plethora of information that your senses absorb on a daily basis, allowing you to fully and consciously process all of that, creating a state of full awareness or of mindfulness in yourself and in your surroundings. Both of these quests on their own, but even more so together, teach the lesson of how important it is to not only be aware of oneself, but of one's existence in the world around them. Um, it'll help you find ways not only to affect growth and change in yourself, but to inspire growth and change in everyone around you. Putting into motion the ripple that'll become the wave of change that you want to see. When I was growing up, my dad always told me, he says, if you want to make change, then you have to be the change that you want to see in the world. You need to stand up on your feet and you need to stand for what you believe in. And if you truly and wholly believe in what you're doing and what you go for, then those that think like you will be inspired by you. And I thought it was a really fantastic way to look at life. And I didn't realize that he was, basically implementing the golden circle without even knowing about it. And now the second, or I guess more third quest that I chose to do was the Tale of Triumph. This was quite challenging for me, and I chose it to be so. I decided that I wanted to do a song that one that not only highlighted the stages of my life, but all of the growth that has occurred within me over the years. Growing up and living with undiagnosed ADHD and anxiety for most of my life has resulted in a challenging a road, to say the least. I often misunderstand or find myself misunderstood. Not every coping mechanism that I have is healthy, and meaningful, and connections and personal relationships are hard for me. Um, and finding a satisfaction and a purpose in life can even be more difficult when you're living a life of such flitting chaos. It's exhausting, to be honest. Um, so 2 days isn't a lot of time for trying to put into words how I wanted it to sound. Trying to express the message that I'm trying to share. This is still something I'm learning and growing on. But I was able to get the lyrics pretty much roughed out. The melody was a lot tougher, trying to find the right melody to go with the lyrics and to create the mood that I'm wanting. Because yeah, life's been rough, but it's not bad. Life isn't a dark hole for me. I've had my bad times and my rough times, but within all of that, I've always tried to see the good in it, the happiness in it, because if I let myself succumb to all the dark thoughts that, creep into life, over the years, then I probably wouldn't be here. And I refuse to just give up like that. There's more to life than sadness, and struggle. There's this just overflowing cornucopia of experiences and love to have. And so, you know, it's it's been a big challenge trying to put all of that into words, in a way that not only expresses myself and my path, but in a way that people can relate to and can see, the hope and the joy and the drive within themselves to inspire them to keep pushing forward and to hang on, because there is always something good at the end of the tunnel. It's just not always apparent. So I present to you, for now, the lyrics, and as I finish it and as it grows with me, I would like to bring it back to you guys. But for now, I'll give you what I have. Now, moving on to the concepts that really stuck with me this week. The first of the two that really stuck with me, was mindfulness itself. The active awareness of oneself and the world around you is an incredibly important skill to have. Being aware of your physical surroundings and physical abilities and limitations will keep you healthy and alive. And being aware of your own mental and emotional state and of that of those around you will keep you happy. And happy, healthy, and alive, well, that's what we like to do around here. And then the second concept I really connected with was the golden circle. I loved this concept. Studying this concept and doing the associated exercises helped me really zero in on my why. It wasn't just like I wasn't just like blindly stumbling in the fog. But, it showed me that I was still really unclear on my goals for myself and my goals for my career in the end. I've asked myself similar questions in the past. Why am I doing this? Why am I here? Yada, yada, yada. But without any real, meaningful meditation on it or really breaking it down into stages that made sense. And, the golden circle really makes a lot of sense. It as a concept and as a theory, the application of it has obviously shown great success. But more than success, the golden circle really, it's an individual growth thing as much as an outward inspiration to others. Because if you want somebody to align with your cause or with your idea, whether that be a civil rights movement or a musical movement or, trying to push different issues or whatever it is you want people to be feeling on, you can't just shove things down their throat. You got to give them a reason why it matters, and that should be the first thing. And then you move on from the why to the how, we're going to do this, and then you move on to the actual product, the what, what changes have been affected, or what product has been put out, or what song did you release, or your piece of artwork, if you paint or you draw. These are all what's, and your hows are you're deciding to express yourself this way or to achieve your goals in this direction, and and then the why is the core of everything. And without that core, it all falls apart. It's like a cornerstone. Without your four cornerstones, no building's going to stand for very long. But with good cornerstones, buildings can stand for millennia. And so an idea that's going to stand for millennia and for generations needs to be built on purity and on honesty, and it can't be it can't be manufactured, and it can't be false just because you're trying to get rich or trying to be well known or successful. These are all byproducts of having a true and honest dream and sharing that honesty with everybody around you. So that concept and mindfulness put together, really out of everything that you would think in life, they're all byproducts of things like mindfulness and knowing your why, knowing what motivates you, so that you can adhere to your own moral code and be an honest person. And honesty is what always pays off in the end. This week I learned that I wasn't as sure of or as focused on my goals as I thought I was, and that's okay. I use this week's concepts to really sit down and pull apart my motivations layer by layer until I got to its little oniony core. Um, After this week and the last month, I feel much more confident, much more comfortable with myself moving forward with my career and with my goals. I'm equipped with a whole new set of tools for my adventure inventory. After sitting down and contemplating the entirety of this course, I realized that I have learned an overflowing cornucopia of skills and mental exercises that I'm going to be able to carry on way into my life and into my career. Time and energy management skills, introspection exercises that are going to help to keep me on path and honest. Um, I've learned um, through a lot of analysis about my own personality and my play personalities and my play styles, um, and what that really means to me personally and to my relationships around me, not only personal but business relationships and casual relationships. Um, like I've learned that, it's shown me that life is a game. Life is a game to be cherished and to not be taken too seriously. It doesn't mean there isn't times to be serious. It just means that if you take this way too seriously, you're just going to stress yourself into an early grave. You're going to worry about the wrong things and you're going to focus on all the negative, and it's going to suck you into a hole that you just can't get out of. Not, and you can keep yourself from ever ending up there just by shifting your perspective on things, taking a step to the left, so to speak, and looking at it, in a different light. Um, I mean, it all fit together into one big, like, cohesive unit. You take the lessons on grit and you take the lessons on mindfulness, and then you put those together with the lessons for the golden circle, and you've got a freight train that you can't stop. Then you start adding on things like remembering to play, which will keep you creative and keep you productive, and remembering to rest, because if you burn yourself out, you're not going to go anywhere without any fuel. You start taking all these little concepts and all these little lessons that you learned across the last 30 days, and you put them into this big melting pot, and it becomes, basically, you could look at it as like an alloy. You've taken your soft metals like copper and soft iron, and you temper them together with chromium, and you add in some carbon, and pretty soon you have some insanely strong alloys that can, take all sorts of abuse and keep coming back for more and pushing forward and pushing forward. And it's the same thing with the human spirit and with the way you process things. You melt down all your abilities and you mix them together, and those that don't benefit you will float to the top, and you can get rid of them. Those are your bad habits. That's where the neuroplasticity comes into play. You start to skim off the bad, and that makes more room for the good. Relearning through experiences and through self introspection. This entire course has just been one big, overwhelming rush of insanity, and I fully attempted to commit and to be open minded to what this class had to offer. And I mean, it's been one hell of a ride. It really has. This class has made me laugh and it has made me cry, and but not once have I looked, have I not looked forward to the next step. And, like, I'm gonna miss this class, and I'm gonna miss all of you, all the wonderful instructors and the fantastic classmates. Um, and I just want to thank you guys all for being a part of this powerful chapter in my life. Um, I believe in every one of you. I really do. I've seen some amazing stuff come out of my fellow classmates, and for those of you that got feedback from me, um, I really enjoyed your stuff. And for those of you who didn't, I actually read and looked at all of your guys' projects, and I just didn't have time to get to all of you guys, but I thought they were all fantastic. So, I guess I'll leave you with this, my own personal mantra: rise and rise again until lambs become lions, because the only thing holding you back is you. So until next time, thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.